Nice. Max got it. Reverb. Yeah, there's definitely reverb on there. Tons of reverb. There's so much reverb on there, guys. It's what we call soaked. It's soaked in reverb. And I'm going to teach you guys maybe even one or two other effects that we can use on our thing. I have a question. I can't remember if I taught you guys about delay. Did I teach you guys about delay? I think I did. It would have been months and months ago.
Yeah, delay and sustain.
Yeah. So we'll check out the delay too. So now that we've kind of gotten our When the Levee Breaks back in our ears. Now this, everyone argued about this. I was telling you that they recorded this album inside of a castle, and that's actually part of the story of this album and the song. It's from Led Zeppelin 4, oftentimes called Zozo. It has this weird little symbols on it. And there's a YouTuber who talks about this, and his name is Rick Beato, and man, is he a really good musician. He's a killer guitar player. I can't believe how great he is. But we're going to watch one of his videos here really quick, just about him talking about When the Levee Breaks, and it says the truth about Led Zeppelin, When the Levee Breaks. Well, let's see what's got.
When the Levee Breaks. Let's check it out. Listen to things like When the Levee Breaks. You can really hear.
He's talking about an old episode, so it's like he's doing a question answer.
Think that he's playing do-do-da. Reading these comments reminded me of the pre-YouTube days when you'd see things in these message forums where people would be repeating information that you knew wasn't right because, let's say, I knew the person that worked on the record, maybe the producer or the engineer, and I know that that's not what they're doing because I've talked to them about it. So let me read you some of the comments from the comments section. James the Dr. Duncan says, Jimmy Page has said in more than one interview that the drums on When the Levee Breaks were recorded in a stairwell inside Headley Grange. The echo effect is from close and distant miking in that stairwell, not from an electronic echo or delay unit. You sure about that, James? Beatles Gear says, Rick, Bonzo's drums on When the Levee Breaks were not delayed with any device. Page has said he recorded them in a multi-storied building in the stairway. The reverb/delay was all natural from the largeness of the staircase, so no echo. Chris 5291 says 420. No, that's actually incorrect. The echo from When the Levee Breaks is actually natural since they recorded it in an old English manor called Headley Grange. They set up the drums in the stairway hall, which had a great echo. They also set up microphones right over the drums on every floor upwards the stairways so the natural echo could be channeled. This is why When the Levee Breaks has this great echo, which is all natural. This is from Marcaroni. Minor correction here at 417. The echo effect on that song was actually...
So you guys can see what's going on. They're talking about where this album was recorded in this special castle manor. Headley Grange is what it's called, right? And then they're talking about these YouTube comments.
You think Jimmy Page actually set up microphones? This is their fourth record. The engineer, Andy Johns, had done the record before this, along with a lot of the Stones records and many more big hit records. Muddy Poppins says, When the Levee Breaks was recorded in an entryway within the castle walls of Aleister Crowley's castle, Jimmy Page's home.
We're going to skip here, so this is kind of cool.
Jimmy Page does say that. Here's a clip from it.
Boy, oh boy. Brings back some memories.
Okay, so Jimmy Page is the guitar player in Led Zeppelin, and is a very famous guitar player. And so he's going back and visiting the place where they recorded this song.
Yeah, this is, well, it comes straight into the entrance hall, and this is the hall where the drums were set up and where Levee Breaks was recorded. Getting the drums reflecting off of the walls. Yeah, you can hear the reflective surfaces. The mics were put up here.
So in this clip, Jimmy Page says nothing about him setting up the microphones. He says where they were set up. He doesn't say that he set them up. He doesn't say anything about how they were recorded. Let's actually hear it from the guy that was doing the recording. This is Andy Johns talking about When the Levee Breaks.
I get asked a lot about the drum sound from When the Levee Breaks with Led Zeppelin, and I'm understandably a little proud of that one, because it was the first time that we'd ever done anything, well, I had done anything with just 2 mics on the drums. I had been wanting to do that on drums for some time, and we went to this house called Headley Grange with the Stones truck. I had actually wanted to go to this other house, but Jimmy thought it was a little too expensive, how unusual. So we rolled up, and it had a big lobby with stairs going up to landings, kind of like a hotel lobby or something, you know, smaller hotel. And I got a couple of M160s, which are very directional bio mics, double ribbon. I put those about halfway up the first set of stairs and compressed the crap out of them. We also had a thing called a Binson Echo, which is tough to find now, but it's a delay device. You can make
a delay device.
And put that in. And it was the first time I'd really heard Bonzo's drums sound like they did when you stood next to them. And it was the first time he didn't complain either. Because when I got that sound, that was my first reaction. Jesus, he's actually going to be happy at last.
Here's another interview conducted.
Cool. I think we're good on interviews. You guys get the idea here? Everyone good? Cool. I'm going to show you guys how to recreate it. So, hey, I've actually done a little preparation on this one. So the idea behind this is we're going to use our machiniste, which we learned the other day. Okay. We're going to recreate the pattern for when the levee breaks, which I've given to you. And then we're going to run it through 3 effects. We're going to run it through 3 effects. And so here is hopefully what it's going to sound like at the end. What do you guys think? Is it pretty close? Pretty close? Max says, yeah. It's pretty close, but it takes some tinkering. It takes a little bit of tinkering. And so, we're going to take, we're going to take the raw pieces and we're going to turn it into this. Okay. I'd like you guys just to watch. I'd like you guys just to watch right now. So I'm going to go project new. I'm going to start with a blank, blank, blank slate. Okay. I'm going to click save. By the way, you eventually can do this. So it's when the levee breaks. Okay. 2. This is my second one. If you can't get it to sound exactly right, it's not exactly the point. I just want you guys kind of thinking about the process. Okay. And we're going to start out with the process that we did the last time. So there's almost nothing all that different from the first steps. We're going to go up here to that drum machine called the machiniste, the one with all the blue lights. Double click on it. And then you're going to pick the same set. Put it in the chat box. Which set should I pick? Which set should I pick? Put it in the chat. It's the one that's right above me right here. The Rock Kit. Yes, it's called Rock Kit. You're going to click on that. Looks like it's being a little laggy. And then, sorry, let me make sure that I'm doing the right thing here. Yep, has it all there. And then you have to click the checkbox. See that blinking checkbox? You have to click that checkbox. Okay? And then it says applied inside of there. Okay? Now, we have the samples. We have kick drum and snare drum. And we're going to use the open hi-hat on these. And I'm going to click on, to kind of demonstrate here, we're doing when the levee breaks. I have included a screen capture inside the instructions. Okay, so I just have the drum pattern right here. Boom. Okay, let's go. By the way, bass drum, same as kick drum. Bass drum, 1, 2, 8, 11, 12. Now, some people are having some more help of going by number. So, okay, 1 would be bass drum overhead. Let's go horizontally this time, just because I know it'll be faster. Bass drum is 1, 2, 8, 11, 12. So now I'm going to go over to here. Bass drum, that's my kick drum. 1, 2, 8, 11, 12. I'm going to go back over to my instructions. Snare, snare's easy. 5, 13. snare on 513. That's exactly what I'm going to do here. Okay, snare is on 513. Ding, 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 ding. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to do OH. That's open hi-hat. And look at this. It's just on the odd numbers. So 1, 3, 5, 7, all odd numbers, no even numbers. So that's actually pretty easy. So I'm now going to go to open hi-hat. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Okay? That's the basics of it. What's wrong? It's too fast. So this is where I'm going to teach you guys a little something here. This is a new thing. This is a new thing. Sorry, I had to check something. It's a new thing. And here's the new thing. You have to go up to this BPM up here. Click it. See how the numbers change? I know it's like little tiny numbers. By the way, if you guys pin me, you're going to change this BPM to 70. And you're going to get it pretty close. Hey, that sounds pretty good. So you have to change the BPM. By the way, this is in the instructions that I provided you guys. It says click tempo and drag to 70 BPM. That's the step I just did. Okay. I've just done the first 4 steps. We've changed the tempo. I've added a machine, drum machine. We've done rock kit. We've clicked the check. And then we've taken this pattern and we've plugged that in. Now it's time to make this thing sound really cool. Okay, now it's time to make this thing sound great. Step 5 is pitch down each of the samples to get a good lo-fi sound. This is a new step too. Okay, now look at this. There is a knob that says pitch. I'm going to click on the kick drum and I'm going to grab the pitch knob here and I'm going to drag it down just a little bit. Okay. Just a little bit. Maybe if like this is at 12 o'clock, right down the middle, I'm going to bring it back, a little bit this way. A little bit this way. And I'm going to take a listen. And it makes like the bass drum deeper. I'm going to do the same thing with the snare. I'm going to click on snare. I'm going to grab the pitch and bring it a little down. Ooh. See how that kind of made it like oomphy and deeper? I'm going to click on hi-hat. And I'm going to do this with the play on. Ooh. I mean, if you turn it too low, that's not helpful at all. Don't turn it up. That's not helpful either. You just want it down a little bit. By the way, if you ever want to turn the level down of that, you can just go over and... Okay. So you click on each one of these. And you can drop the pitch down. That was that step. Cool. Next step after. Let's look at our list. Add a tube distortion, a delay, and a reverb. Now what a tube distortion does is it adds a little crunch to it. Tube distortion, here scroll down to the effects and it says tube D. And it's going to be right over here, right above me. Oh, never mind. I'm going to move it over. It's that one. It says tube D, tube distortion. You just drag it over. Boom. And then we just wire it up. Drag the output there, put the wire in. Okay, let's see what this sounds like. That's too much. Turn the drive down a little bit. Kind of gets it's going to add a little crunch. By the way, if you click on this, it turns it on and off. So let's listen to it without it. Here's with. Kind of adds a little trashiness to it. We like that. Next one is the delay. And I gave you the settings right here, 1 and 16th. Okay, so I'm going to go back over. I'm going to find my delay. My delay is yellow. It's right above me here. I'm going to drag it over. I'm going to unplug it from the tube thing. I'm going to put the tube into the delay. And now I'm going to set this. I'm going to get in real close so you guys can see here. Set the steps to 1. And make sure this is on 16th. And I'll probably even bring down the feedback a little bit. Let's see how this is going to be real close. That's already really, really close. Okay. And last step, I'm going to look at my steps here. Reverb. Cool. All right. Reverb is purple, or if you want to use one of the new reverbs, there's one over here that's called the Quasar. For the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to use the purple reverb. Add the purple reverb. And then I'm going to unplug this tube and connect up these two together. Okay. And I bet you we're going to have like pretty close to a... There it is. And those are all the steps. And then now let's compare it to the actual song. Let's compare it to the actual song. I bet it's not going to be exactly the same, but I bet we're going to get close enough. Not exactly closer, but maybe it just sounds better and newer and stuff like that. I think it's close enough for my taste. All right, guys, I'm going to stop recording.